graduate in the room who are doing some of this hard work as well?
Yeah, I would say that you really can. I think in my early career years, I definitely spent too much time working, not enough time. I had friends, they were largely friends from work, and I really wanted to work. So in some ways, I don't regret it. But I think as I've gotten older, and as you're like you have kids, my children are 17 and 19 now, so like they demand your time, so you spend more time with them. And that for me, and I had kids sort of late for 20 for women, and that has been a real reward, and that is a real support system. My husband and my kids for sure, but I've also become more intentional, to use a very influencer word, about friendships and spending time with friends. And I still really struggle with it though, I think, because the work is so intense. And I think that's where I could see myself in Nancy as well. So like there's one, when Nancy first starts doing this work on zebrafish, she's trying to change fields, which is very hard to do when you're in your late 40s in science. Really any time in science, as you're switching in your lab, the whole direction changes. And she describes like not taking a single day of vacation for a year. And I think that probably could have been me. So I think it does have to be something deliberate. Something you have to put time into that and put time into. I've started doing I'm serving on a board at a school that I attended, and I'm just not here, but and I do spend more. I have friends in the neighborhood, and we play cards. I mean, so little things like that where you just have to remind yourself that there is life outside. And for me as a journalist, it's good. It's a good reminder because you sort of assume that, like I did with students today. I assume everyone knows how journalism works and that they are reading my work and understand it. And I don't have to describe it. Everybody gets that concept. And it turns out no, people are leading their own lives. They're obsessed with their concerns. So it's a helpful reminder to kind of remain engaged in the outer world. And I will say one last anecdote, about the value of women and the value of bringing in different experiences. So 9/11 happened. I came to the New York Times in April of 2000. So September of 2001, of course, was the 9/11 attacks. And I was covering education at the time, so I get to the newsroom and they send me back out to a school and they say, go figure out what's happening in schools. And I go to the schools and there's still some talk that there might be a fourth plane. Parents are very worried. And there's this woman there who has run, she works on Wall Street, and I'm at the school on 86th Street, so it's at least 86 blocks, which is at least 4 miles. And she had run from her job in her high heels to make sure her kid was okay. And I kind of put it in the story, but I just said she did this and she ran 4 miles. And so this editor came to me and he said, Kate, this is a real moment in this. She ran just so she could touch her child. And honestly, as someone who was not a parent at the time, I was like, oh yeah, you're right. But somebody had to tell me how important that was. And now as a mother, I feel it viscerally. So I really do bristle at this idea that that work isn't valuable. It does. It brings a different perspective to everything. And I think that's true of many different fields, including science. And it's not just women who bring a perspective. It's whatever background you come from, you bring a different experience. You bring a different